So welcome in this video. In this video, we will understand two important tasks. First one is how to get your own startup, your own venture registered on the MSME portal, on the Udyam portal. And the second one is the working structure of the self-help groups in India, both at the state level and the central level, through the Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission or the National Rural Livelihood Mission. So before we understand, we start the process of the registration of your startup portal. What is MSME? MSME full form is Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. So MSME means कि आपका खुद का काम, मेरा अपना काम, मेरा अपना बिजनेस, चाहे वो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, चाहे वो ट्रेडिंग है, चाहे वो बिजनेस टू बिजनेस है, चाहे वो बिजनेस टू कंज्यूमर है, गवर्नमेंट टू कंज्यूमर है, वाइस वर्सा. और गवर्नमेंट इज ऑलवेज एनकरेजिंग द सिटीजंस ऑफ आवर कंट्री टू स्टार्ट देयर ओन स्टार्टअप वेंचर्स, बिकॉज ना सिर्फ ये मेक इन इंडिया कंसेप्ट को प्रमोट करता है, बट एट द सेम टाइम इट जनरेट्स मोर एंड मोर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, रोजगार. So, and also contribute to the economic growth or the GDP of the country. So before we actually understand by visiting this website कि how you can register your startup, एक बार ये समझ लेते हैं कि किस तरह के काम है, किस तरीके के वेंचर्स हैं, स्टार्टअप है जो कि मैं एज अ बिजनेस रजिस्टर करवा सकूंगा. फर्स्ट वन, ओवरसीज अकाउंटिंग. 70 to 80% of US ਦਾ जो accounting work है, it is getting done through India. So India जो कि ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ financial statements, books of account prepare ਕਰਨ ਚ पूरी help कर रहे हैं. Second one is maybe the research of any business, fundamental, technical research, data analysis. आजकल digital marketing और digital media ਦਾ युग है, social media. Media the promotion, digital marketing वास्ते भी you can register your own startup. Content writing, कोई कहता है जी मुझे तो वेबसाइट बनानी आती है, I can help you in design the website, then you can also register this particular service as your startup. Then online tutoring, maybe skill training, या कोई taxation, consultancy, guidance for the business advisory, it can be anything. And this is the website on which you need to register your own startup. So before understanding the process, let me share my screen for this website where you can actually register your startup. So you can, this is the website of udyamregistration.gov.in. So whenever you want to register your own startup, you will open this website, and in this website you will click on the first option for the new entrepreneurs who are not yet registered, जो hun tak register nahi hai as a micro, small and medium. And when you will click on this URL, this screen will appear, and इस screen पे जाके सबसे पहले you have to enter your Aadhaar card for the validation, and then the same name as it is appearing on the Aadhaar card, you will enter this name, and then you will validate and generate the OTP. Since you are aware that on the YouTube and other open source platform, we are not supposed or allowed to share the personal details of anyone. So we will understand this process with the help of this screenshot which I have already shared in this PPT. So once you will click on this udyam.registration, and after validating your Aadhaar registration, you have to complete the Aadhaar verification. After completing the Aadhaar verification and whatever OTP has been generated, तुसी उन्हें validate कर दोगे, और validate करने दो बाद the next screen will appear like this. So PAN card is also mandatory. अगर तुसी अपना कोई भी startup register करना चाह रहे हो तो थोड़ा PAN card भी होना चाहिए. You will enter your PAN card. और अगर PAN card और Aadhaar card mismatch है, it will not allow you to proceed further. date of birth, other details, and you will click on the validate the PAN details, permanent account number. And once this is done, you will get this message that your PAN has been successfully verified, and then you can proceed further. And one more thing, what will be the type of business? Type of business can be private limited, limited, partnership. But for the youngsters जो start करना चाह रहे हैं, they will always have to go with the proprietorship, जो कि बहुत easy है. Proprietorship means as an individual owner of any business, I will select this proprietary option and then I will proceed further. After this, I will enter the details regarding ITR, investment in plant and machinery, turnover. So these are basic details. Like for example, जो first example से समझते हैं. The first example we had considered was कि मेरा जो business है वो overseas accounting का है. I am helping a foreign firm analyze or prepare his books of account, journal entries, financial statement, P&L, balance sheet, etc. etc. So I will write कि जी मेरे पास एक laptop है जिसकी कीमत 1 लाख रुपीस है, तो I will write that as my investment equipment, and I can write down the written down value and the other things like the exclusion of cost of pollution, total turnover कितनी है, whatever is the turnover, you can write any minimal amount. क्या आपने last year में ITR file की है? Do you have GST number? If no, you will write no. If exempted, you can write exempted. Otherwise, you can write yes. Now, इसमें एक question आ रहा है that some of the learners may be confused that मैं क्या कोई भी नाम select कर सकता हूँ company or there is some kind of, you can say, condition, restriction. So obviously the question is very good. अब एक already existing company है, for example XYZ Limited एक existing company है, obviously XYZ company नाम मैं use नहीं कर सकता because otherwise there will be a trademark infringement. So I will have to give some innovative or some newness to my name and name of my business. So I can check कि अगर ये already इस नाम से कोई company existing है, I can check from the website of the registrar of companies. So I found that HK Skill Tech के नाम से कोई company नहीं थी. So Skill Tech थी, ABC Skill Tech थी. So I added HK Skill Tech and I registered and I entered all my details, whether it was my mobile number, category, email ID, gender, official address, whether specially abled or not, and all other address details. After completing, so in my case, since my address is based at Chandigarh, after selecting the proprietorship model, I typed Chandigarh and then I clicked on the add unit, जो कि मेरा घर का address है, that will serve as my communication address for my business. So this is how you can also create your own business. So the good thing is that you do not need to have any commercial office कि जी मैंने business तो start कर दिया, but मेरे पास कोई ऐसा ही कोई शॉप नहीं है कमर्शियल प्लेस पे जहां पे मैं मतलब जिसको मैंने रेंट पे अवेल की. देयर इज नो कंडीशन. इफ यू आर अ प्रोप्राइटर एंड यू आर डूइंग वर्क फ्रॉम होम, यू आर एडवाइजिंग, प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज टू द पब्लिक, then there is no need to have a office address or office space separately. So you can even work from home and your residence address is accepted. After that आपको ये इसमें लिखना है कि जो मेरा बिजनेस है, द बिजनेस हैज स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम व्हिच डेट. सो दैट इज द डेट ऑफ इनकॉर्पोरेशन. Date of incorporation is the registration, sorry, and then when the business starts, so date of commencement of the operations. And in my case, I have considered the example of the under the unit manufacturing or services. So my example I have considered here is the financial services. So you can select services under the major activity of the unit, and I can enter the bank details. So as I was telling you that जो date of incorporation है जब मेरी company register हुई, and the date of the commencement जब मेरे operation start हुए. So in my case, the company was registered on 2nd February, but the actual operations जो मेरा business के operations start हुए, that was from the 10th of February 2026. Proceeding further, whenever you are registering your own startup, there is one national industrial classification code which you can search from the drop down menu. So for example, I am providing the consultancy services. So I will select financial services as my NIC code, National Industrial Classification. And since I selected other financial services activities, I got the 4-digit NIC code 6499. So similarly, if you want to start your business in digital media, web designing, graphic, online tutoring, skill training, etc., etc. So, or manufacturing, for example, I'm manufacturing masks, make in India, or any other product, Indian handmade product. So I will find the that I will select under the manufacturing or trading, as the case may be. So in my case, I selected the financial services activities except insurance and pension funding. And then you have to mention that how many people you have employed. So in case if there is no employee, you have to show at least one employee. So in this I had entered 0, but it did not accept. So just kindly consider as minimum 1. Then once you have entered all the information, आप इसके ऊपर एक final submission करेंगे to receive the final OTP to validate the same. And this portal will ask you that are you interested in getting registered on the government e-market portal, so that from time to time the government is providing some information for the funding purpose, for any purpose which may be beneficial for you in the future. Similarly, if you are interested in getting registered on the Skill India digital portal, you can also do that. So these are the options. So as I told you earlier, that we are not allowed to share the details or document of any individual on this platform. So I am using the screenshot. So आपको ये वाला ऑप्शन मिलेगा इसमें कि are you interested in getting registered on government e-market, these 22 to 27 serial number, and then you may select yes or no. And when you will click on submit and get final OTP, you will receive this OTP on your registered number. And after validating the OTP, you will just confirm this captcha and click on the submit. Once you have completed this process, तो आपका जो उद्यम registration number है, this number will appear like this, udyam.ch. This serial number will appear. Now the thing is that once आपका ये सारा process complete हो गया, then you will simply have to log in on this portal. You will get the details on your registered email ID. This is the portal जिस पे आपको log in करना है. ये सारी details आपके registered email ID पे आपको share हो जाएंगी. Like in this case, these are the details. And after logging into this portal, I can simply print my certificate. So you can see that यहाँ पे the name of the enterprise is HK Skill Tech, and all these details are mentioned here. So this is how you can also register your startup. So for the second task, let's understand how the self-help groups work in India. So before taking you to the website of these PSLRL, Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission, and National Rural Livelihood Mission, let's understand the basic concept of self-help group. So what are self-help groups? So self-help groups are basically 10 से 20 लोगों का एक स्मॉल ग्रुप है जो आपस में मिलके एक दूसरे से कुछ अमाउंट सेव करके आपस में इंटर लोनिंग करते हैं, so that there is a credit history. So this promotes basically the saving habits, and peer lending है basically, that A is lending to B, B is lending to C, so all are friends. So this will help in creating their credit history. And once this is done, एक बार इनकी credit history बन गई, then the benefit is this: these members, after completing all this program or 6-7 months का जो भी exact process complete करने के बाद, they can apply, these self-help groups can apply for the external funding, external loans from the banks, from the financial institutions, फिर चाहे वो state level पे है या central level पे है. So this will help all these self-help groups not only to get the benefit on the interest rate, which we call as the interest subvention scheme. So you can note down, interest subvention scheme means अगर market interest rate is 11 to 12% for any kind of funding which is to be raised by a bank, so government has a very clear objective that through my micro, small and medium enterprises, I want to give loan to them at a reduced rate, less rate than the market rate of interest. So जिसको हम कह देते हैं subsidy, low rate interest rate. This is done to ensure that people who want to work on their own, they are not suffering just because of high interest rate. And on the basis of all these 6 to 7 months saving habits, saving records, like for example, there is one example of that 10-15 people in a group are saving an amount of say about 50 to 200 rupees per month, and they open a bank account in the name of self-help group, and then after that, considering all these transaction records, they will apply for loan from the government or banks. And as per the vision of all the government, they are motivating this Make in India so that to improve more and more employment generation. Now, coming to the practical part, you have to visit the office of Additional Development Commissioner. And now I'm sharing the website, coming back to this slide. So first, let's understand about the Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission. So करना क्या है आपने? When you enter the website of Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission, now let me to the website of Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission. Okay, so now when I click on the Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission, this is the website. When you will click on the components part, so कुछ ऑप्शंस नजर आएंगे, इंस्टीट्यूशन बिल्डिंग, कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग, फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन, लाइवलीहुड प्रमोशन, सोशल इंक्लूजन डेवलपमेंट, सिस्टम्स. और देखो ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ एक ऑप्शन है अबाउट लाइक कॉन्टैक्ट. व्हेन आई क्लिक ऑन दी कॉन्टैक्ट ऑप्शन, सो एक एग्जांपल हम समझते हैं. फॉर एग्जांपल, देयर इज एन ऑप्शन ऑफ सर्चिंग ऑल दीज इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट दी सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स district wise, because right now I'm sharing the information about the Punjab state. So for example, I'm in Barnala. I will click on the Barnala district and I will find the details of the cluster coordinator and block program manager. So if you want to understand the learning of self-help groups as a student, as an educator, as a social reformer, you will visit the concerned persons and you will understand the working, that how these officials through the PSLRM are actually helping the self-help groups in providing them the reasonable credit sources, finance at a reasonable rate, and how it is transforming the lives of people who otherwise are not getting the finance. Because जब भी आप कहीं पे लोन के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं तो उसमें दो तरीके के ब्रॉडली लोन होते हैं. एक होता है सिक्योर, दूसरा अनसिक्योर. इफ आई एम, अगर मुझे 10 लाख का लोन चाहिए तो बैंक कहता है जी पहले आप कोई प्रॉपर्टी लेके आइए, कोई एसेट कोई आप गिरवी रखिए, कुछ ऐसा. बट एमएसएमई में इट्स नॉट लाइक दिस. यू डोंट हैव टू गिव एनी कोलेटरल, it's collateral free. Okay, so based on the credit history you can apply for this. So all this information you can understand from the concerned government officials by visiting them. So I told you, so ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ सर्च कर सकते हो state wise. Different states हैं, चाहे अमृतसर, बठिंडा, फरीदकोट, all these states district wise are mentioned there. Secondly, second option is about the National Livelihood Mission. Earlier we discussed about Punjab. Now let's discuss about on the national level. So when you click on the dashboard on this National Rural Livelihood Mission, so आपको ये पता चल जाएगा कि not only in Punjab but overall different states, union territories में कितने SHGs प्रमोट हुए, कितने विलेज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को प्रमोट किया गया है, और how many SHGs have been provided with the revolving fund, और कितने SHGs को ये रिवॉल्विंग फंड डिसबर्स भी हुआ है, एंड कम्युनिटी इन्वेस्टमेंट फंड हाउ मेनी SHGs हैव बीन प्रोवाइडेड विद. एंड देयर इज वन वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टैटिस्टिक्स ऑन द फीचर ऑफ दिस. you can simply compare this data for any district or block of any Indian state. So for example, let's understand with the example of say Punjab, and in this I will select the district as Barnala, and in Barnala you can see I am getting 3 blocks: Barnala, Mahalkala and Sehna. So let's understand. Let's select Barnala. So when I select Barnala, so I will click on the filter option. Otherwise filter option nahi karunga, then it will show the same information. So let me again share the screen. National Rural Livelihood Mission. So you will come to the dashboard option, then you will select the state, then you will select the district, then you will select the block. So yes, now you can see for the Barnala district, Barnala block, you can see that 4,632 households have been mobilized into SHG. मतलब 4632 लोग, maybe in a group of 10, 20, so you divide कर दोगे, so it will give the SHG exact numbers, and 470, so that is here, so average is around 10. 10 people in one SHG have been promoted. 1122 villages organizations have been promoted, and 355 self-help groups have been provided with revolving fund, and 69.4 lakh rupees is the amount, and community investment fund is 62 SHGs have been provided with this, and 38 lakh is the community investment fund. So you can see that now if I want to compare, agar main compare karna chahwa, that I want to compare the SHG coverage in order to promote the social inclusion and financial inclusion. So I may select another district of Punjab, say SAS Nagar, and then I will select under block, say I select Kharad, then I will click on filter. So in this way, you can do a comparative analysis. If you are a student, if you are a learner, if you want to understand the working of the financial literacy initiatives in the nearby areas, rural areas especially, so you can understand this entire working at the grassroots level. So what you have to do is, now let me again come to the screen and let's summarize the learning of this session. So we already discussed that first of all, you will visit the website of PSRLM, then you will go to the components and you will find various initiatives, inclusion hai, institution building hai, capacity building hai, and you can also click on the contact to understand or contact the detail of the key officials, and you can meet them, you can visit them, because कुछ members ये कहते हैं कि जी हमारे पास time नहीं है, I cannot go to Chandigarh, Ludhiana, then you go to your own district, आपके घर के पास है, चाहे आप you are from Ludhiana, Patiala, Jalandhar, Barnala, Amritsar, there is an office near your home, because this will give you more and more confidence. जब आप जाके as an experiential learning, you will understand the things. Secondly, for the National Rural Livelihood Mission, as I told you, once you will go to the dashboard, you can simply perform a filter and you can understand that what types of facilities are given to the SHG villagers, farmer community, to help them understand जो कि ज्यादातर लोगों को अवेयरनेस नहीं होती है. And with this process, you can simply not only understand this concept in theory, but you can also learn in a better way when you are actually visiting someone in. So the summary I would like to summarize. So first of all, we understood how to register your own startup on the startup or MSME on the Udyam portal. So this is very easy. Once you will go through this video again and again, you will very easily be able to understand the process. Secondly, the working of SHGs, self-help groups, role of PSRLM, Punjab State Rural Livelihood Mission. Similarly, for that sake, you can select any other state. If you are in Uttar Pradesh, if you are from Rajasthan, if you are from Himachal Pradesh, be it any state, be it any union territory, it will start from that particular name, like Himachal Pradesh State Rural Livelihood Mission. So all these state governments are very keenly interested and willing to help the local community so that they can stand on their own feet. And just because of the high rate of interest and just for the want of कि जी यहाँ पे तो मुझे कोलेटरल देना है, यहाँ पे इतनी जमीन गिरवी रखनी पड़ेगी, यहाँ पे ऐसा है. There is no thing like this. Through self-help groups, without any kind of collateral security, you can simply get the benefit or funding from these institutions, whether at the state level or at the national level. Then we also discussed about the role of the National Rural Livelihood Mission. So I hope this entire process will help you understand in a better way, and I will request you that you please try to visit your nearest area where there is the office of SHG and Rural Livelihood Mission and National Rural Livelihood Mission, and also please register your MSME. You can register your startup MSME as a limited company also, partnership also, but उसमें जो documentation है, जैसे वो जो partnership deed है, affidavit है, board resolution in case of the limited and the private limited companies has to be furnished, or you need to upload. You may need to ensure that through your chartered accountant or yourself आप वो सारा process complete कर रहे हैं. But in case of proprietorship, there is no such option. If I'm Tejinder Singh, I am having my PAN card. On the basis of my PAN card, the benefit of this portal is that you can simply give any name as a proprietor. So this is not necessary that I have to register my startup as Tejinder Singh only. I can do that also. Yes, one important input. अगर मैंने अपनी कंपनी को, जैसे आई जस्ट शोड यू दैट सर्टिफिकेट, HKS स्किलटेक नाम से रजिस्टर करवा लिया. सो आई हैव गॉट वन क्वेश्चन दैट क्या सर मैं इसको कंपनी का नाम चेंज कर सकता हूँ? बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं, पॉसिबल है. आफ्टर लॉगिंग इनटू योर क्रेडेंशियल्स आप एडिट में जाके कंपनी का नाम चेंज भी कर सकते हैं. बट यू हैव टू मेक श्योर फ्रॉम द रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कंपनीज वेबसाइट that this name should not be existing or the reputation of the any existing company, because that will lead to the trademark infringement. So do avail this knowledge which you have gained in this session to register your own startup venture. चाहे आप digital marketing कर रहे हैं, website development, graphic development, online teaching, skill training, whatever you are doing, or you are interested in understanding the self-help group working, or you want to be associated at a grassroots level impact to contribute to the society. So this is going to be very, very useful information for all of you. Let me tell you, ये experiential learning है, and theory application का जो practical aspect है, when it is applied, तो ये आपका एक skill बन जाता है, आपका हुनर बन जाएगा, which will help you provide employment to the other members of the society also. So I hope in this video, whatever information was shared, you enjoyed this information, and I hope you will utilize this information not only for your own benefit but also for the benefit of the society at large. मेरे आसपास कोई ऐसा पर्सन है who is not aware कि अच्छा मुझे तो सर पता ही नहीं था कि ऐसा भी कुछ इनिशिएटिव है गवर्नमेंट का जो कोलेटरल या सिक्योरिटी जमीन जायदाद रखने के बिना भी हमें फंडिंग मिल सकती है. I was not aware. So it's your responsibility to ensure to contribute to the society that अगर मुझे किसी चीज की नॉलेज है so I can help my colleagues or the members of the society as a samaj seva. So thank you very much for watching this video, and that's it. So thank you very much. Now you can leave the session. Thanks a lot.